Warning. Due to adult subject matter and strong graphic language, the Adrian Lozano show could be deemed offensive for any and all persons. You have been warned. Now enjoy the Adrian Lozano show.
Down, it's the Adrian Lozano show. Let it be beep telephone. A place to call your own. Where the facts are still unknown. It's the Adrian Lozano show. Woo! Take it off!
My favorite podcast? Ooh, the Adrian Lozano show. Absolutely, the Adrian.
Fuck yeah.
No one under 18. Use your ear. Turn up your speaker, you incredible genius. Well, hello there and welcome to episode 64 of the Adrian Lozano shirt. Oh my god, I said shirt. I meant show. Shirts coming soon one day, hopefully. Anyway, on this episode, our hero, along with two guests, Liam Dean, and a special appearance by Backy Bilderback. We discuss Haunt, an awesome California band that everybody needs to listen to. Just like everybody needs to listen to the Adrian Lozano show. The topic of the X-Men and superpowers is also covered in this episode because why not? As always, the Adrian Lozano show is a comedy podcast intended for the purposes of humor. Smoking sign. Thank you, Anchor. So enjoy this roller coaster called the Adrian Lozano shirt. Damn it. Show. I need a smoke and a cocktail.
That part. You grab the handle and it's like boner. Like, wait a minute, that means two things. Oh shit, that sound means you are listening to a bunch of things being opened? Wait, no, that's not a bunch of things, that's one thing, and that one thing is the Adrian Lozano show, right? Can I get a what? What? I'm sorry, excuse me?
Pardon?
I beg your... Okay, so, I'm here with the very awesome, very cool Liam Dean, professional party animal, Liam Dean.
It's the difference. It's a world of a difference. It's all hot. The hot beer, cold beer.
Hot beer, cold beer, you know I've
potatoes.
had my days. Yeah.
I'm gonna chase it to the cold one.
Nice. For the listeners, we are enjoying the champagne of beers, Miller High Life. And yes, that's the sound of consumption. Consumption, yes.
Yes, consumption.
Consumption.
I like that better.
So, as one thing I like to discuss with everybody I get on the show, eventually at some point, is superheroes and superpowers. And I had asked Liam off mic earlier, or off microphone. It's like
Air?
Yeah, off air. Thank you, sir. Off air. I had asked him off air if it's like, well, there were no recording devices present, is what I was trying to say. I was like, I wish I could have caught that, but like, I asked.
I don't remember what I said earlier. I said invisible or like teleportation.
So I asked Liam, what's
I changed
superpower?
my answer.
What? Okay, so now I'm gonna ask you.
It was still the other option. It's teleportation.
Teleportation. So if you had any superpower, any superpower at all, it would be teleportation.
Absolutely.
Like jumper style or Nightcrawler style. Bam!
I'm not gonna say like as a bicycle being my transportation. That's like my like influenced my decision. But like I think that would be fucking cool to just.
Well, a lot of people choose flight.
I want to go to. I guess so. Oh man, that's kind of shitty. I'm kind of like too immediate. I'm like, I just need to get there. Like
you're like, I don't want to fucking have to deal with jet lag.
Yeah,
it's like, well, it's not jet lag. You're just flying through the air. You got bugs in my teeth. Flying with birds.
I'm an impatient fuck. Okay, I
am also very impatient.
I want to enjoy a nice flight, like
exactly. But
body flight.
But like teleportation and invincibility.
I would like to go to Colorado this afternoon. I'm gonna go get lunch at my favorite spot in Portland.
She's like, close your eyes and you fucking open your eyes and you're there.
Yeah. Well, if I was flying, I would probably want to keep it open, right? Like, eyes on the sky. Like
eyes on the sky.
Keep it safe. Like,
10 and 2, baby. 10 and 2.
I don't know the laws of
you got your fist out. Just that's how you like 10 and 2. 10 and 2.
Or it's like E.T. It's like I'm on my bike still, but I'm just like flying in the sky.
That would be awesome.
It would still take a while, kind of, right? Like, It would be because it's like
Yes,
it would be like a couple of days
you have to
drive.
think about like
it would take like a day flight bike.
bike flight. Wouldn't you get tired of holding
Do
it?
I need to like stop and sleep? Like I don't know. Like do I pull over?
Can I sleep fly? Oh wait, no, eyes on the sky. Eyes on
Can
the
I get
sky.
flat? I don't think I'm good. I like that. That's cool.
That's true.
Take flight on my bike like ET.
Take flight. Well, I didn't think about that, but you
Hell
would.
yeah.
I guess you would want to have some kind of conveyance, because well, if you're flying, but if you're landing, like
Oh man, yeah.
you want to. I guess I don't know. This scenario I give people is in, I guess, like this world. So like if you're in this world, you wouldn't want to be caught. You would want to be caught as being like super powered. Like, holy shit, did you just fly like with your bike? Like, no, that was not me, and I don't want to be.
What brand is that? it's like
It's
the
a
Tesla of bikes. Like
Right. It's not a Huffy.
Oh god.
It's oh my god. So, oh, the other thing I wanted to ask you. So so I think everybody already knows mine. For the listeners of the show, I'll do a quick recap. I'm a huge Cyclops fan, so like laser vision, because I also love Superman. It would specifically be laser vision, so it could be I could like fucking heat things up and maybe like light up.
Just solely laser vision.
Well, I mean, yes, because Cyclops has a concussive blast that's like energy. So he's like hitting you with the fucking like light energy that like blasts like walls apart and shit. But sometimes it's also capable of melting shit. But Superman's always able to melt shit. It's heat vision that Superman has. And see, I like laser vision because I feel like if I had the ability to like heat things up from a distance just by looking at them, I feel like that would be beneficial in every aspect.
I'm not saying it's not.
But I would like that also because of the level of aggression I have in my mind. It would feel nice to just like trim a bunch of trees real quick when I'm like trying to like calm the fuck down. Like just like go through all these branches and like just like fucking shave through a fucking
All of
mountain.
that sounds. You're wearing a red shirt, like a bright red shirt.
For the
Like,
listeners, I
it.
never wear red, but there's this one shirt that's like Cthulhu, San Antonio.
I'm wearing some color today. It's like silver.
You seriously are not wearing any colors. Like that is like a gray. That is a gray, sir. That is
got
like
beige on my.
Oh yeah, okay.
I got waffle soles. I have waffles in my soul.
I have waffles in my heart. But
Check it out, man.
yeah, but that's why I'm gonna get a waffle maker. But anyway,
Dude, that's it.
for the listeners, it's on sale, so it's not. I'm not money bags. It's something I've always wanted, and I'm saving up for it, and it's on sale. Get off my dick. Anyway, so the other thing I was going to ask you about was a little something.
I was like, what is it? What do you need? Like,
a little something called haunt. And how you found out about them, and how it was you seeing them. I would like to hear that story.
I saw them at.
Because this is going to be for episode 64 of the Adrian Lozano Show that we're going to be talking about haunt.
I saw them. I went to go see the Adolescents play a couple months back at Paper Tiger.
Okay.
And holy shit, this is cool.
That's my knife.
Wow. Oh, I just cut myself now. Wow, what a knife.
It's also very sharp, so yeah.
It turns out, right? Like.
It's my pocket knife, dude. Like
Work, like. I'm like, how much basil goes in this?
What did you
like, can you not do that?
like for the listeners, he was like wielding my knife.
Oh, I walked into the fucking dish and I was like, and I walk back and be like, oh, there's a sharp that just came through. I was like, yeah, sharp. Sharpie.
Yeah. If you're ever walking around your house with a knife, make sure it's facing downward. Like, try to keep it.
I'll put it out around corners.
Yeah, I'm a sick freak, bro. I'll like turn the blade towards my skin, so if anybody bumps into me, the knife just pushes into me. I'm like, oh. But like, I'd rather be the one to get cut versus like somebody else get cut. Like by me holding a knife, it's like, no, that blade was pressed against my skin.
I'm just very nonchalant if I'm like chilling.
But I'm also very comfortable with knives. Like I've been, like my old man gave me a knife. I had a pocket knife before I knew how to ride a bike. You know what I'm saying? Like,
when did you learn how to ride a bike?
That's a story I don't really want to answer.
Oh, all right.
Like,
it kind of changes things. You're like, I was 27.
I was 30.
Okay,
it was earlier today.
These key things people leave out of stories. Like, you know what I'm saying? It changes things.
Okay, all right. Honestly, look, the first time I rode a bike or learned how to ride a bike, it was traumatic because I did not want to learn how to ride a bike.
You're forced to learn.
I was forced to learn, and like I had a helmet on, and it was like
You had a helmet on.
Yeah.
Did they push you?
Yeah, it was one
I'm
of
trying
those
to think
things.
that's how it happened.
But it wasn't like I didn't like. I had like tricycles and stuff like that where I could be seated and like pedal.
Yeah.
But like the whole idea of balance.
Yeah.
I'm not good with balance.
Dude, nor am I. I'm still learning.
Like Tai Chi was the only thing that made me feel like I wasn't gonna fall over. Like I could do Tai Chi and I felt like comfortable. Like I felt like,
Jason,
oh my god.
Jason
like,
loves that shit.
But I could see how like he would be like it's cool like for any like I've got a lot of aggression. So like for me it was something that I desperately I needed to channel it. And then I kind of also like started paying attention to my class. And like there's a few dudes in there that were like rather like intimidating to the point where it's like I can see why these dudes might want to calm down, you know, where it's like sometimes you just don't want to be fucked with, but you also want to be able to calm down. But like it's a martial art, like in practice, like all the moves you learn can be like defensive moves. It's designed to take somebody's energy and like use it against them.
It's like two different color smokes coming together. Just kind of like.
Well, you're redirecting that, so like if they're coming at you, like they're coming in hot, like you know, you're gonna fucking just like throw that shit right to the side, and they're going to it's all about like deflection, redirection, and you know, like grabbing somebody's wrist when they're already like swinging down and just like pulling them to the ground, but not even a grab and pull. You're just helping them to the ground, you know.
Dude, bad energy really is like a smell. It's like a bad
totally
smell,
is.
Dude.
By the way, he's smelling me right now. That's why he's like I can smell your bad energy from here.
It smells like a smoky apartment. It smells like depression. Like I don't know. Like,
like, but what does forgiveness sound like? It's screaming and then silence.
Oh, do it again. Smoking.
All right. Hopefully you're enjoying the show so far. We've got more from Liam coming up in just a little bit, but right now here's a special segment from Backy. And it's about haunt and mouth organs. Enjoy. By the way, you're listening to the Adrian Lozano Show. Tell your friends and tell strangers about the show. Write music in the background.
Yeah, I'll just put like some doodling I do on the bass in the background.
First off, that was not the bass. Second off,
I don't know what that was.
that was mouth organ. Second off, this is the Adrian Lozano Show.
I'm sure there's a lot of guys out there that are interested in a mouth organ.
Here, here.
I'm sure they will buy it by the barrel.
By the barrel, sir. Mouth organ.
They go to that video store they love so much and just buy a mouth organ. That could be like an insult for somebody. Like, why don't you just go buy a mouth organ, dude?
Again.
Yeah, I think we could make that work.
Mouth
I'm pretty
organs?
sure people will know what we're talking about. You know? Yeah.
I know when I think mouth organ, I think mouth organ. No? Am I alone here?
I think you're alone. I really do. Oh, is that an organ or is that just like a
Did you want like a full blown like
a squeeze?
We could do a haunt where that's haunt.
Oh, okay.
Haunt rocks.
Haunt is the bomb. I have not heard.
Bomb diggity. For the listeners, this is, by the way, this is the Adrian Lozano Show. It's probably going to be episode 64. I'm recording episodes faster than I can put them out. That's awesome. But I'm here with the lovely and wonderful Mr. Backy, bilderback. And
What's up, everybody?
He looks great. I got to say, I had to interrupt him. He looks great. He looks fantastic, healthy, nice hair, amazing shirt. It's great.
Yeah, he's saying that because he actually got me this shirt. It's a comedian who is playing a certain part that we all know and love in pop culture. He's playing a character by the name of Clayton Bixby, and it's hilarious. It's a hilarious shirt. Very uniquely styled, given to me by my good friend here.
Woo! I wasn't taking a drink just now. I'm totally not drinking. I'm not. Like, that's just cola. I sounded like a man-woman there.
Cola. I don't need this dick anymore.
I'm gonna keep it in this here jar. Oh wait,
Cola.
I became Waylon Jennings there. I became Waylon Jennings. Jennings?
Jennings? Wow.
Waylon Jennings.
I'm sure he'll understand, sir. He probably even said his own name was Waylon Jennings at one point. Jennings.
Get it right, sir.
Yeah.
Jennings.
I wonder if he was jealous. It wasn't the jealous type.
And was he gelling?
Yeah, like, I don't know if Dr. Scholl's was around in the 60s. I don't know. Maybe he was just born.
Born.
Maybe
Mr. McScholl.
McScholl.
Because it wasn't until after the marriage to the doctor that's when the name. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, so he really stole the doctor title. Like it wasn't like he didn't earn it. Like
dropped the Mick
he
title.
just fornicated his way into it. You know.
Didn't we all?
Yeah. With his mouth organ.
With his mouth organ. So I just played for you 2 albums of Haunt. Tell the people what you think of Haunt.
I think that, well, first of all...
Speak up, boy!
The first album that I heard was Burst Into Flame.
Burst Into Flame!
And I enjoyed every single track on that album. That is not something that you find normally, especially recently, in my opinion. A lot of times there's albums that, have, maybe 11 songs and you like maybe 6 or 7 of them.
Not all of them are winners.
But they're not, they're, kind of filler tracks. This one did not have any filler tracks.
Nope.
It was fan-fucking-tastic. It rocked.
Everything is good.
The lyrics are top fucking notch. And everything has synchronicity. Everything works together. Like, they are a solid... tightly knit band, at least musically. I don't know them personally, but they
intimately,
or intimately. Don't want to.
I'm down, Haunt. We love you, Haunt.
He's got a mouth organ for you right here.
Woo, Haunt.
No, they kick ass.
Yeah.
They seriously kick fucking ass. And, guitars, bass, singer, drums, everything is fucking awesome.
Everything's
it is
firing
on fucking point. I really thoroughly enjoyed the album. I did like, and it was refreshing to hear a new metal album that I could actually understand every word that the singer was singing.
Yes.
Because so much metal nowadays, I don't mind if there's a couple of words here and there I can't understand. That can happen with any band.
Because you're a little guilty of that sometimes.
Well, yeah, and sometimes you just gotta scream, you know. But these guys know how to fucking sing.
Yeah. And
they know how to tell a story, and they talk about things that are very true to life.
I love Heroes. Heroes is one of my favorite songs.
I don't know
Victim of the wound that never heals.
Yeah,
that's
yeah, that is a good one too.
Yeah.
I really enjoy. Oh, sorry about that, folks.
He was frying up some rice.
Yeah. Can't let the rice get too overdone. But
it's dry and mushy and sticks to the pan. Then it's like, who cooked this rice? Adrian.
I really I seriously
love Haunt.
Love Haunt. If they
we love you, Haunt.
If they ever come to San Antonio, I will be
watch
there.
them. Yeah,
I will be there.
That almost sounded like a threat. If they ever come to San Antonio,
I will be there
to enjoy their music.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Their music had a feeling to it, like
has.
Well, I listen to it. I'm not listening to it now
because of the show.
Unfortunately,
yeah, because of the show.
But we would have it in the background. But
legal reasons,
we don't want to disrespect them.
Yeah, legal reasons. We don't want to be like just
Yeah.
playing their shit, and they're like, "Hey, that's not cool. That's our shit."
Yeah,
Like,
you just had your entire album on your podcast. I mean, we're flattered, but
yeah, I mean, maybe doing samples of a couple songs is one thing, but we're not here for that. We're here to talk about haunt. This is the haunt podcast.
A lot of there were some lyrics in there that really hit home for me. There were some lyrics. They were talking about
you can always press rewind.
Decisions that you make in your life, and the way you aren't really sure about how they'll play out, and then they'll turn right around with another song, and you can just feel the first song in the album. They just talk about it's all about empowerment.
Yeah,
and
I can't be knocked off.
Yeah, you cannot stop me. If I decide to go after something, I will be an unstoppable force. I'll be like a fireball.
It's fucking awesome.
And that it's inspiring also.
And it just gets better and better.
Yeah, like I think anybody who's a metal fan, anybody who likes good lyrics, rock and roll, would definitely enjoy this album through and through. It's top notch. I'll probably even show it to my mom. My mom.
What?
I think my girlfriend.
It's a little too intense.
She'll listen to it when I'm listening to it. Like, she won't be like, "Oh, can we listen to something else?" I don't think she'll do that.
I've had that problem.
But she, well, yeah. When you play Haunt,
you act like I play it all the time.
Several times during the day,
These albums are short albums. You have to listen to them a lot.
Yeah, they are. They're fairly short, but action packed.
Action-packed, indeed.
And very intelligent lyrics and music. I have not heard a metal album this good in years.
A while, yeah. It's been a
years.
While. It's so good.
So I really think that anybody who is anybody
who gives a fuck about life
should at least give it a shot.
Haunt it up. Young lady, how are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Well, no.
Okay, yes, now that's right. Oh no, we are recording. That's right. This is the Adrian Lozano Show. We're going to be wrapping up 64 here. We probably just heard a segment from my buddy Backy, my co-host from the Adrian and Chris Show, which is on like indefinite hiatus, but still exists in the ether because the show's on YouTube. You want to check out the YouTube channel? It's Adrian Lozano Show on YouTube. So anyway, plugging my show. Fuck, what were we talking about? Oh yeah. This is 64. We're wrapping it up. We were talking about Haunt, and we were talking about a lot of different things too. But that was like the main focus of this episode.
Yeah. I don't haunt.
Well, because you're
the
one that,
like 1 minute about haunt. Like, haunt's great.
Haunt's great, like 4 hours. But haunt's great. Yeah. At the end of the day, at the end of the day, but they are a band and they are great.
At the end of the day, there's more to life than haunt.
What?
Haunt is great. Oh my
Haunt
god,
is great.
Haunt is fucking.
Oh.
Can I play a haunt song? Or like for a clip?
Okay, yeah, but not too much because I don't want them.
5 seconds.
Okay,
Calm
good.
down.
For the listeners, I stood up dramatically.
Threw me across the floor. I'm like 5. Nothing. Yeah, I'm 5.
That's fine.
Well, shit. That sounds so embarrassingly slow.
Yeah, whatever. It's probably that OtterBox. It's like fucking keeping it.
It's keeping the signal. It's too thick. I'm not kidding.
This box is designed to keep you from getting a good signal. Like, why would you sell that to me?
They include like Fine.
Side effects, make. What is it? You take it out of the box.
Check with your doctor.
Take it out of the box and call me in the morning.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can eat this whole thing.
Oh, it sucks. Let's put me in play on this. It's all like on my phone, like all like fucking just straight trouble. All trouble.
Oh, what was it? What was it called? Vita Blend?
Vivitar.
I was close.
The Minotaur.
Minotaur. Like in the
muffins. Cutting muffins.
Cutting muffins.
It's like
this is not the name of the song.
People will be like, I brush my teeth.
Whatever, like 5 seconds.
Like, I cut bread to this song.
I cut bread to this song. God damn, it's so good. I want to hear it. Oh, so good. It's like a lot.
It's
the whole album. Oh shit.
We're like, that's good. The next one comes on, we're like, I love this song.
Yeah, now we're just literally just playing the album.
I feel like I'm at work now at this point. Like, I don't even associate it with the concert. Like, I just think at work. I think of fucking work.
Okay, so that's fine. It's like, hopefully that's not Sue-worthy. Motherfucker. Okay, different song. So we're like going through the album.
I had said this to my
So, the thing about this, the thing about Haunt is that they've got, not in the background, it's fucking fun.
like, I'll turn it down.
Motherfucker. Yeah, it's hard to not
I
listen.
turn it off. Like,
Oh, it's
I'll
so
turn it down.
going. I can't survive. Oh. We just passed over. New song. Come on. We don't want to get sued.
Oh, this is the muffin song.
By the way, for the record,
They're all frozen. I'm like about to sing. I'm fucking about to look like Devin. Like,
what was that? I think you were gonna change songs and you just like throw the phone. What is this? Will that go to another? What's the name of the song?
Person in Time.
That's a real name. By the way, the last song was not called The Muffin.
What was our title?
We called it Wounds That Never Heal. The Wounds That Never Heal. That's the name of the song.
Yes.
Heroes is the name of the song.
I bang on so much shit at work. I'm like throwing fucking avocados. Like,
For the listeners, we work at a fish plant. A fish plant, yeah. We throw fish all day. Alright, we're listening to this song now. Like, seriously. Alright. Okay, so
yes.
this album that
New Time.
okay, so yeah, like literally the segment that's gonna go before this is gonna be me and my buddy talking about how we weren't listening to Haunt because we didn't want to get sued. It's like now we just play Haunt and stick the fuck out of Haunt. But we love you, Haunt. We love you, Haunt. Yeah, my show is a literal contradiction.
Back to San Antonio, Haunt. If you're hearing this somehow,
Yeah, and you're not suing us. You're not suing the Adrian
Love
Lozano
you.
show.
please come back.
Please.
Please come back.
This was out of love, Haunt. We had the best of intentions, Haunt.
Oh my God.
We wished you well.
I snuck into your show. I'm sorry, it's fucked up. Like, I will. I'll fucking buy a ticket, dude. I'll buy his tickets, man. Bro.
Yeah, I'm
Next time I
down.
find out they're in town.
Yeah. Haunt, next time you come to San Antonio, you've got fans. It's like, you've got definite fucking fans.
Be there early, you stay late. Working like a shift. Like,
Be there early.
work your fucking show like a shift.
Oh man, it's like rocking out. We're telling
I would love to talk
other
about
people
it.
about it. They're like, we know we're here at the show. It's like, I know, but have you heard them really? Yes, that's why we're
Have you
here.
felt it though? Like,
What are the lyrics? Luminous eyes. What are the lyrics?
like,
We're like pop quizzing.
yeah.
Oh, you think it says that, but it doesn't. Haha. I don't know where that haha came from.
That'd be so cool. Next time they're in town, I would love to like just chat with them.
Absolutely. Oh my God.
You should get them. Oh my God, you should get them on the show.
Jesus Christ, like I have that kind of swagger, that kind of pull. I'm like, I do a podcast. They're like, really? So does everybody in the mom.
We'll get them. I love talking to bands. I always talk to bands before and after shows.
Well, I'm
At
hoping.
smaller venues like that. It's not a small venue.
I'm not gonna fucking lie.
It's not arenas.
I deeply regret not recording my interaction with Kinky Friedman. Like I recorded like some stuff from the night. I was so excited to meet one of my heroes. Like it was an afterthought. I was like, wasn't that great? I got pictures with him, and he's like, don't you record a show? I'm like, oh my God.
You record nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, well, I recorded video, but it was like video and pictures, but it was like,
That's why I love both, because it's like, you think you're so lost in the present moment, right?
Had somebody been filming me at that moment, I would have probably looked like a
That's
child.
what's cool, because it's like,
This 6'2" tall child just like beaming at, right next to this old cowboy who's fucking like the definition.
Dude, I'm like, fuck, like every time I see him, I'll be like, this is my 5th time seeing him, like,
fucking, yeah.
so cool.
If I could see Kinky Friedman
again. And then once you find out a band that you love is cool, like they're really nice. Like, you just love them so much more. You're like, they're so fucking chill. Like,
you know what? It was also in like the very like
so
early
humble
stages. It was like the larval stage of the show when I really wasn't into like recording everything just then. Like I just started to come to the conclusion that, hey, why don't you preserve these moments through audio? Good cigarettes. Yeah.
Really got it.
You really got me now. You got me. Show you swisher strawberry. You're really strawberry.
God, it makes you sound like an 11-year-old girl or something.
What the fuck?
Strawberry swisher, like
strawberry swisher. I got a swisher.
it's good.
I like it.
It's a staple.
Well, you're talking to a dude who used to fucking like crack open different flavored Phillies like every night. It was like a different flavor Philly. It's like, what do you got? Like,
I do. I'm really in honor of fucking Dance Gavin Dance. They have three songs that are titled Strawberry Swisher Part 1. Part 2, Part 3.
Oh, okay. What was the name of it?
I was playing them at work earlier, actually.
You were playing also like some Nixon earlier that was like really, really interesting. Sounds like
yeah.
Wales, and I'm like,
well, I realized because Baldo and
does.
the dudes over there, like, it's also blasting in there. I was like, they don't like that shit. Like, Baldo walk over, just like turn it down, and, like walk back. Like, I love you, dude. He's so funny.
What's your favorite podcast?
The Adrian Lozano show.
I like how you just like, I guess, gun to my head. You're like, please put that gun down.
I only listen to a few podcasts. I don't follow a lot.
Well, mine is one.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank God. Another listener. Got one.
Because I know your brain.
One.
I know your brain.
That's right, I guess, yeah. For
Yeah,
my, this really, I guess, became like a documentary type, like, like a diary. I'm documenting my memories. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like, that's what I'm doing. Like, I'm documenting my memories and my
That's why I
encounters.
like and I appreciate people that do that, because like I'm not. As far as music goes, that's music and writing. Like, it's still recording. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how history happens. Like, that's how we have pictures of.
It's like, what, had I not hit record
like,
on my device or whatever, it would be like, this episode wouldn't have happened. And like, now it's going to be part of the ether. It's going to be on the internet forever until the internet crashes and burns.
You get to share something great.
I'm trying to share my comedic styling and the people who I think are worth other people's time. You know? I think that's a big part of, like, that's why I have my girlfriend on the show. That's why I have, like, like my mom on the show. I have, like, people that are important to me. Like my friends, whether they're new friends or whether they're old friends, it's people that are willing to take the time to listen and to share. Because there are people that like listen to you all fucking day, but then you don't know shit about them. And it's like, you just been listening to me talk. And it's like it gets.
Some people are like that.
It gets weird because like for me, I'm very comfortable being the one talking. Being the so-called entertainer or whatever. As a host,
that's good.
But I mean, but like, I guess I am from time to time.
because it's a genuine interest, but it's like an interview, and it's interesting. And some people, you'll get people that don't talk a lot about themselves, so it's nice to be asked. Or you'll get people that are like easily talk about themselves, type like.
Well, I do a show.
But
I'm
still,
that guy.
I don't know. Like some people are very like they're braggarts.
See, but I feel like there's a difference between like bragging over like accomplishment or skill, and then actually putting in the effort to produce something.
Oh, absolutely. No,
You know what I'm saying? And it's like I do a show and I take my show. Cheers, mate.
You're empty, dude. You're empty as fuck.
I'm almost there. Oh,
that was the last one. This is the last one.
We're good. No.
You're at work. You're just blasting a Marvel podcast. I was like, God damn it, it's gonna be a long ass shit.
You motherfucker.
Well, first of all, I knew they weren't gonna talk about X-Men, and then also
Actually, it was about Secret Wars, which has the X-Men in it.
I don't know. I was on Dish. I was like, oh man, I was like, I'm not even back there with them.
I don't even know what's going on.
So I was hearing secondhand fucking of your fucking Marvel podcast. I was like, fuck. And it was funny because my Misty had a bunch of comics in her room, and she had a lot of X-Men shit too. But I was
going back to the X-Men.
Yes.
So out of all
love them.
So what is it about the X-Men that you love?
It's great, dude. End of the day, it's a
end of the day.
End of the day.
This is the beginning
end of the day. It's the end of the day.
So
it's
which characters?
Of misfits.
Okay,
it's a school of freaks. And that is rejected by society. That's like, what the fuck? But really, they got these badass things, and people are just kind of average and boring as fuck, and
they're regular people. They're regular people.
Yeah, regular peeps, and wherever these are people are trying to help people, but they have such a bad just
stigma.
taboo. Yeah,
just
it's
oh, you're a mutant. Gross.
Yeah,
it's like they've got tattoos. It's like, oh, you're one of those people. It's like,
God damn,
motherfucker,
I just think it's really cool. It's fucking badass. It's fucking cool. It's a shelter. It's a safe place, and it's also people. It's just funny. People. Okay, it reminds me of the Renaissance times. So people in X-Men wise.
Here, X-Men.
Roguth, come here. But just
are you a fan of the medieval times?
They
didn't have forks in medieval times, hence there are no forks in medieval times. Can I get you a refill on that Pepsi? And it's they didn't have medieval times, but they had Pepsi. But they didn't have medieval times. They didn't have forks and knives.
Joints. People letting this fuck.
Forks and knives.
No, but it just as any kind of anything really. I don't know. It's just but as seen in X-Men, it's just these people that are rejected from society because they're seen as less than or ew, gross, bad, what the fuck, whatever. And it's just people that are really better than you,
they
a lot
have
better.
Abilities
Yeah, y'all are gonna die off if
die,
it weren't for these fucking people. So watch yourself. And they're not cops. They're good. They're fucking mutants, and they're shameful and humble, and they want to help.
They feel bad when they fuck up.
Yeah. Hopefully apologetic.
So who are some hopefully apologetic. But who are some of your favorite characters of the X-Men?
Honestly, dude, I always liked Nightcrawler. I did always like Nightcrawler. He was my favorite.
He's also that dude is very.
I had a lot of really good comics. I don't have anything from then, but I used to have a good little collection of comics.
A lot of that art.
So. Yeah. She's really talented, but end of the day,
end of the day,
whatever. But it was funny because I was reading them, and then it was funny seeing ads that were the shit I had.
I think I'm gonna label this episode at the end of the day, haunt.
Yeah, listen to him, and just never stop.
They're addicting, but it's great. Anyway, so
but these action figures that came with the comic and that are at this point collectibles, and I was like, oh my god, I never thought of that. I was just cool. I got one every week. I would save up and I would get exactly the amount and change ones and shit, kid money.
You're I know I've got enough.
I'm shit. That's how I buy steak now.
That sucks. Eventually, it's the commodity of
And then I'm yeah.
Hell, they had cigarettes with a goddamn pack of comics, or they had comics with a pack of cigarettes there. I would buy that fucking. I don't even smoke cigarettes anymore.
I
just lied to the listener.
But you see that mentality, that whole perception of that based on society and
freaks, yes.
Yeah, heroes.
I do like that dynamic. That is cool.
But in the Renaissance times, that's how they saw kind of the same as really now, the grunts, the servers and the fucking whatever. Okay, back then, Renaissance times we're talking,
the
yes, okay,
Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Fat King. Like, oh yes, bring the entertainment, you know, like I wish to hear a song, you know, and this fucking talented ass fucking mandolin player
Yes.
broke as fuck, starving. He was promised a piece of bread for this show.
And then like they give him the bread, they're like, take that out, you've got to go perform.
Like, I wrote this morning, and it's this amazing fucking.
Yeah,
tune.
you're right, because
he's heartbroken.
Like poets.
He's so all he does is overthink and analyze the way of the world and why things are how they are.
I like that song. Play it again. It's like,
yeah, and he's just like,
I'm so.
I've had enough. Bring my dessert, and you know, and the musician's just like, did I do something wrong? Did I fuck up? You know what?
I know my ales very well. So like blind taste of Pepsi challenge my ass, and I will fucking do very good. You're like, well, this one's Pepsi and this one's beer.
Yeah.
It's like I win every time.
I'm just like chugging. I'm like, thank God I had the worst cow mouth. Like, yeah, like that's what you say. That's the fucking.
It's like, do you know what beer?
Beverage? Like, thank you.
Thank you.
What are we doing again? I'm sorry, I smoked a blunt before.
It's like,
you'll have
sorry,
to
what?
excuse me. Like,
you'll have to hydrate me.
shit.
Oh, fuck. I was going to wrap up with an ending. Thank you so much, Liam, for being on the show and for
Yeah, of course, anytime.
for fucking hanging out with me and like.
I feel like that sounds so narcissistic. Like anytime, I love to just talk about. I mean, yeah, no.
Well, I mean, like doing
talking
doing the show. Like I know we like hanging out.
Yeah,
but like the difference between like doing the show where it's like this shit's gonna be heard by people.
Yeah, yeah.
Like this shit's gonna be heard. Have you heard this shit? Oh my god, it's fucking dope as shit. These guys.
I know that.
They're playing
After,
Haunt.
dude, it's so funny, like listening to myself. And then I was talking to this about someone else because I was talking to them about
Doing the show, and you're like, it was amazing. You should listen to it.
Yeah, yeah.
You're like, yeah, sure, Adrian.
But like hearing your own voice, I think we sound deeper. Our own voices sound deeper to ourselves
Because we have to listen through them to the echo
through the
of our
bones.
yeah,
It's the bones,
the
that make you,
vibrations from our own
so
skull.
I'm hearing my bones right now. I'm all like thinking I'm like Barry White. I'm like, yeah, motherfucker. But like in reality, I'm like listening. It's like hi, like it sounds like a fucking little kid. Like
No,
it's like
you do not sound like a kid.
hello, hi.
You don't. You really don't. Like there's my
my
voice. Like when I get excited about something, you hear my octaves change. Like when I'm just mellow now,
same
like,
around animals.
I've just been like smoking and drinking. Right? There's like all of a sudden you see it, I'm like, oh
It
my
goes
god!
off the scale. It's silent. I'm like, it's like there's no sound.
Did
There's
you
no
see
sound.
that
The
cat?
sound waves are.
It's like, is that a bird call? It's like, I don't understand what you're saying. What? For the listeners, I
wish they could see that.
I just did something amazing.
Audio.
Audio, baby. Audio. What do you call it? Oh man, like
Describe orange to like a blind person. Describe
what?
the color.
The fruit? Oh, okay.
Describe the color to a blind person.
Warmth.
Go.
Warmth.
Warmth.
Warmth. Feels like warmth, like sunshine.
Okay.
Sunshine.
Okay.
Sunshine is orange. Juice.
I'm
Orange
taking,
juice
I'm taking
is orange.
orange out. Like describe, like how would you describe a color? So you can pick your own color.
I
Orange is off
would
the
say
table.
I would
Change
say
my mind.
I would say okay, like
Okay.
how would I describe a color? Like if it was the color orange, which rhymes with very little things, I think
It's
like
one
one
of my
word.
favorite songs. It's called Things That Rhyme with Orange.
Who does that song?
I Set My Friends on Fire.
I know, but like seriously, who does that song?
I Set My Friends on Fire.
I'm not interested in your personal life, Liam.
The recreational hobby.
By the way, I'm also your friend, and I'm backing away.
No,
now.
it's off the record. You can't spell slaughter without laughter.
It's true.
Cool.
It's
really
actually true. You can't. It's like one of those English
cool.
facts.
It's a narwhal.
It's one of those
swimming-
useless facts that
It's
I
a
know.
narwhal swimming in like a pool of neon fuchsia intestines. It's cool. I like it.
That sounds difficult to describe to a blind person, but
yeah, like you know how it is. You know the one.
yes, I got you. But like what we were just talking about the yeah. Okay, so I would say like the color orange would be like sunlight, like sunlight hitting your skin, and that would be orange. Like even though like the sun's.
You know, you close your eyes at the sun, and you like see. You're
Well, I
like,
don't
wow,
stare
orange.
into the sun
I
anymore.
do. I stare at the sun.
Through your eyelids,
But
hopefully.
when you're like, you close your eyes and you're like, wow, I'm seeing this, which is also
But like
happens to be
feeling the
orange,
heat, like when you walk out of the shade,
but you're
you know
seeing
what I'm
your
saying?
flesh, you're seeing your eyelid skin.
You're
Like when you
yeah,
close
like
your
that
eyes, you're
pink-
seeing the orange of that, like the pink of that
Yeah.
peach color.
Yeah.
You're like, wow, the sun's beautiful, which it is. but it's also like, wow, my flesh foreskin. Like it's
But like my flesh foreskin, but like
my eyelads.
foreskin's flesh already. That's like
whatever. It's like,
but like that's funny because like my buddy
it's
was
probably thought out.
my buddy was telling me, right? It is now.
It's like old regular.
Now you can just drink it. No, but like also too, like I'm not like fiending for it where I'm like licking my lips every time you're fucking like lighting one up or trying to get a drag while you're smoking. I don't like that. I really don't like.
Well, I try to be mindful because it's like when you're like out with people, and I've been on both sides a million times. Like it's
I really
when you go out
don't
and people
smoke.
are like,
I'm not a fan, like, but it's one of those things that like
smoking cigarettes.
yeah, I'm not like.
Cigarettes.
It ain't that, dude. I used to smoke 2 packs a day,
I enjoy
but
it's therapeutic for me.
where I'm
I
coming
realize
from,
it's unhealthy.
well, where I'm coming from is that like I watched my old man deteriorate from like smoking like 2.5 fucking packs. You know what I'm saying? Like and not like and then going to Bugler with no filter and just fucking like constantly just like chain smoking. Like you never saw him without him smoking something. Like always, and that's why that photo that Tim took like really resonates with me because I'm lighting a cigarette. Like
I realize that I'm smoking in most of my pictures. I smoke a lot.
you smoke in every you are quite the smoker, my friend. Like when it comes to chain smoking, it's not anything to be embarrassed about. Like
no, I'm just
I've
thinking
known
my
people.
teeth are all like abused victims. They're all just like.
He neglects
Is it
that.
gonna stop? When is it gonna stop?
But
I'm
also not as presumptuous to just reach over and grab your pack.
Well, I just try to be mindful because
Well,
it's like
I'm not like good. Like that's not my.
like if we were, I don't know, like if I'm just like
You know what it is? Stress. That's what makes me want to. That's what makes me want a cigarette, and that's why when you, it's like.
well, yeah.
You know what I used to say? It's like if I feel like dying, it's like, do you feel like dying?
Usually,
Yeah, just a little bit, just a little bit. So that's what a cigarette is.
Socially acceptable
yeah.
suicide. Yes.
Yeah, and it's just like I feel like killing myself just a little bit, and it's like that'll allow. Would you like to
Not
step up for the turtles, for the Ninja Turtles? No, for the turtles. Always rip up your 6-pack holders. I was gonna say, what are those? Like, does those have a name? Like holders?
Gathering.
Gatherers, beer gather,
Beer
right?
bonder.
Beer bond.
Case holder.
What?
What is the name for that? What is that?
The plastic thing that connects your beers together.
That doesn't sound good. That doesn't roll off the tongue.
Just like
Alien and the Sons of Disaster.
Doesn't roll off.
They're such a good band.
Okay, say the name of the band again.
Malin and the Sons of Disaster.
Malin and the Sons of Disaster. Doesn't roll off the tongue like Haunt.
Haunt. Haunt.
I still want to start a band called Font.
Font. When I was in,
and then every song will just be like sans serif. You know?
When I was in like 5th grade, like my best friend and I wanted to start a band called Hot Play.
Hot Play?
And we were just like yeah, like I don't know, we liked Coldplay, I guess at the time.
Hot Play, I get it.
Play.
I was like, that one went right over my head. I was like,
that
is that a child's thing? Like Hot Play?
We had the song that was straight, like just banging on drums, and like
Hot
fucking
Play.
screaming into a microphone. Our teacher.
It's the Bizarro Coldplay.
It was about our 3rd grade teacher. Her name was Miss Brenda, and the song was called Miss Brenda. Those were the lyrics were Miss Brenda.
Miss Brenda.
Yeah, it was like Miss Brenda. I was like fucking screaming and like going crazy and shit.
Miss Brenda.
But that was the only song of Hot Play. It was our single. It was the
Miss Brenda. This goes out to a special lady.
That went nowhere other than that room. Like that was our career.
Well, now it's on the podcast. It's like, Miss Brenda.
Dude, that would be crazy if we like fucking mastered it and sent it to her. Like she's probably like dead.
It's
like,
all digitally
she's, like,
remastered.
doesn't exist anymore.
She's like, I died 2 summers ago. It's like, how are you talking to me right now?
That's a good idea for the next record. Death of Brenda.
Death of Brenda. Death of Brenda.
Death of Da. Brenda no more.
For any women named Brenda listening.
For all you Brendas out there.
Amazing stuff. Really, that stuff was so yeah. Well, that about wraps it up. But before we leave you this episode, a special thank you for listening to the Adrian Lozano Show. And thank you so very much if you repeatedly subject yourself to the show. I love you for doing that. Please keep it up, and tell people about how fantastic this show is. It would definitely be appreciated. Special thank you to today's guests, Backy Bilderback, and Liam Dean. Also check out at Pico Floor on More. He's responsible for Adrian's new cover art. That concludes this episode. Or does it? Yes, it does. Tune in next week to the show that can wait. So, good.
And yes, thank you, Robot Voice. That does wrap up the episode. Thank you so much for listening to episode 64 of the Adrian Lozano Show. Tune in next week when you will be listening to episode 65. What will it be about? Something. That's for damn sure. As for right now, it's up in the air, folks. We're juggling cats and ideas. Anyway, thank you so much, and please enjoy the rest of whatever it was you were doing while you were listening to the show. Also, yeah, you're awesome.